Learn English with Mr. IA. Let's get started.
It tells a little boy which became a victim of human trafficking activity. His name was Ramble Kumar. Ramble Kumar, age 13, toiled in the carpet factory when he was forced to work for 19 hours a day with no pay. His mom was promised by the owner that Ramble would be able to go to school and send money back to pay for food. When Ramble's fingers would bleed from too much work, the owner would dip his fingers in oil and set them on fire. He wasn't allowed to go to school or ever leave. The good news is, Ramble was safe. But many more children are going to work Ramble went through. More should be done about modern-day slavery. Slavery hasn't ended. The fact is worse now than before. In 1863, 25 million slaves worldwide. Today, there are 27 million. The definition of a slave is a person who is in the poverty of and wholly subject to another. A bond servant, what people call human trafficking, is the exact same thing. We are too afraid of the world and the emotional attachment to it, so we call it human trafficking. When I first heard of human trafficking, I'm from pedestrian walking across the street. We need to call slavery what it is. Slaves today most frequently work in agriculture and fishing, domestic work, construction, mining, quarrying, manufacturing, processing and packaging, prostitution and sexual exploitation, market trading, and illegal activities everywhere. The United Nations estimated the total market of slavery is $32 billion. In 1809, the average slave cost you $40,000 adjusted to today's values. Now, slave costs you only 19. Slavery is a big problem. Almost half of all forced labor victims are under the age of 18. 10.5 million children, 71% of which are girls of or under the age of 5 are estimated to be workers. There are even 100,000 of children forced to bear arms against their own will. There are people in the US and throughout the world who are being bought, sold, and smuggled. Slavery needs to end and fast. So what can we do? We can get to know your community to help and prevent slavery. You can donate to the many organizations and programs that help save children's lives. With the 32 billion with the AB US dollars that Americans spend on protective chips and sperm cells, most of the slaves in the world could be free. Public awareness of slavery needs to spread. The first step is to stop calling it human trafficking. Of the 27 million people I told you about, 8.4 million children are in forced slavery. They are both sold, beaten, and treated as less than human. So, what will you do?